a great way to pop in. Us awkwardly laughing. Hi. Hey, everybody. I'm Heather Masters, and this is my daughter, Sophie, who is so kind to be able to help me through this, because if I were doing it on my own, it would be real more awkward than it's going to be. That's a better way to say it. I am here to sign your wonderful prints that you guys ordered, and I'm also really excited because I really like these opportunities because we can just like chat and get to know one another, and that's nice. So I'm on the clock, so I got stuff that I gotta get done, but you guys feel free to let me know that you're here, especially if like I know you follow me and whatever. Like, I love to connect with you guys, and so yeah, we're gonna talk while I write, but I'm gonna have Sophie be the one fielding everything, so because I can't do both. It would just be awkward silence the whole time.
We'll see if I can do one of them.
Awesome. Sophie, do you want to tell them a little bit about who you are first?
Ooh, that's a little bit deeper than I thought we were going to start off with. Hi, I'm Sophie, guys. I'm currently in Arizona right now for college. So that's the reason why our backgrounds look a little different. Everyone's also saying hi. I just love reading those because they're always so exciting, and then I get excited. But yeah, I'm currently just here to help read all of that. Yeah, people are commenting on the snow, and I think that's really cool. When I logged on, I thought it was a fake background because I forget that it snows so quickly in Alaska. Like, just if I like didn't have the news or anything, I wouldn't know.
So just for the record about that, there was no snow a week ago. Like, legit, the past week it has snowed like 2.5 feet. It's been insane. My kids have been off school for 2 days, so they're very happy right now. But on that note, hopefully I'm going to be able to get as many of these signed, but I'm supposed to be getting another box from Streamily of more stuff, but the snow has made it crazy, so they didn't make it yet. So we're gonna, hopefully, I'm not gonna run into any problems. So what I'm gonna do is, as I'm talking, I'm just going to hold things up whenever I sign them, and then we're just gonna keep talking. All right.
And if there's any camera or audio issues, we'd love to know, or maybe, I don't know, try to let us
know. We won't know.
Yeah, we will just keep going with it. But yeah. So we're born and raised, both of us born and raised in Alaska. Really pretty. We love talking about it. Honestly, I know my mom loves talking about it, and I think I developed the habit from her. Which, it's an okay thing to have, honestly. I think everyone should be proud from like where they're from. And it's always a really easy like icebreaker, no pun intended. Actually, pun intended. That's a good
that was good. I liked it.
And it's just like, you can talk about snow all day, especially because I'm in Arizona right now, and a lot of people are used to like the desert, which is something that I can't handle at all. Give me like -20. Okay, like I can deal with that. But desert heat makes my personality really yeah. Yeah. It's really cool seeing the different weather in different states, like Texas, you said. Yeah, no snow there. But
I haven't been to Texas. Texas is on my list.
Yeah. What other states do you have on your list? Like, do you have any other?
Oh man, so I have so many states on my list. Sophie, I don't know if you feel this way, but like growing up as a kid in Alaska, it's super expensive to fly everywhere. So whenever we went places, it was always to visit family, wherever family lived. And my family did not live in super exciting places. So I haven't been to a ton of states. So I definitely want to see more of the East Coast. Like, I want to do like, like they have Boston with the leaves in the fall. I want to see that kind of stuff.
Like in the movies. Whenever we see the movies and it's like talking about November or October, and they're like, in their fall cute outfits, and they're getting their little coffee, and then they're just, I don't know, it's like a Hallmark movie, right? And they're doing all of that stuff, and it looks so cute. Yeah, we don't have that. I only remember a Halloween where there wasn't snow, which makes costumes
right.
You're wearing snow pants for the majority of it.
Over your costume.
Yeah, so you kind of have to like plan that ahead. I think one time my neighbor dressed up as like an alpaca, and she just like, I don't know, added some it's like cotton to it to make it, just like an easy costume over
So
that.
she could like do
Be
both.
warm and yeah, get candy.
Gotta get creative. Yeah, this Halloween we didn't have any snow, and my kids are now old enough that like they don't want me walking around with them, but I'm also still way too like I'm not gonna let them go on their own. So they asked me to follow behind them in my car around our neighborhood because they were two because in case they wanted to get in the car like because
Okay.
it's cold, but it wasn't cold, and they didn't get in the car once, and instead I just felt like a stalker because I'm like following behind. So after a little while I would like go way up ahead, let them catch up, because it felt too weird to be like right behind the little pack of girls. It was creepy. So no, so we gotta find a workaround next time.
Oh, someone dressed up as Vanessa for Halloween.
What?
Yeah, what was everyone's Halloween costumes? Did anyone do any fun like cosplays that they did? We want to hear that. And any good ideas that we can take too. We like
yes,
that
please.
well. Also, a question if you can answer this while you're signing. Let's try it out, right? What was your favorite character to voice act in FNAF?
So my favorite character is definitely Circus Baby. I don't know how I can ever move on from her just because she's so deep and twisted. And yeah, I adore her. I feel very motherly towards her. So if anyone ever talks smack about her, I'm going to have to like throw down. So yes, it would be Circus Baby. Okay.
Do you think you can do a voice line from Circus Baby?
Sure, absolutely. Okay, let me see. Oh, see, and I always watch this too. I don't know if anybody watches the live streams whenever I'm with the whole cast, but I swear to you, every single time, I'm like, I get halfway through it and then I'm like, what was it again? Yeah. Okay, so I shouldn't have said that. No, I'm gonna get it right the first time. Okay, you ready? Here we go. One of my favorite Circus Baby lines is I don't recognize you. You are new. Okay. And that's not one of my favorite lines. That's the only line that came to my mind. That's the first one she says. Okay, so I'm gonna do it again. That's
pretty good. Okay. It kind of weirded me out because it's like that's what my mom.
Okay, give me another shot. Okay. My other one that actually is one of my favorite ones is the one where she says, that's terrible. Oh my gosh. Okay.
Some people are encouraging you, so I hope you know that.
It's the one where she's like,
there's
I can't be fixed. It's but I don't remember what's ahead. Guys, I did not do my homework. I apologize. I did not do my homework beforehand. Oh, I know. I like it when she says, I can do something special. Did you know that? I can make ice cream. See, come on. How can you not love her? She's so sweet. I love her. Okay. Everything.
Also, side note, while you're signing, would you be able to read out the name of who you're signing? Because the light angle is a little hard because of the reflection.
You know what? Yes. And I'm going to back it up. And the ones, so, okay, I'm way behind. We got to step it up a notch because I just realized I've only done 3. Okay. So I've done one for Fiona and one for Vanilla. And now I'm doing one for Hunter Bodine.
Also, thank you for pointing that out. We appreciate that.
Yeah, thank you. Super important. Okay. So let's do
I love seeing all of the comments and then I forget to read them out loud. I just smile. I'm like, oh,
and then it just goes really quiet for a long time.
Yeah, because I could be happy like all day just sitting here like reading everyone. Yeah, okay, wait. Oh, wow, we just got a couple. Have you seen any of the fanfics written based on like Vanessa eating ice cream ending? The 3-star Vanessa eating ice cream ending. Have you seen any of that?
No, but if you drop it into the chat like a link or something, I'll go and check it out.
Do some more homework.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So also, guys, I'm gonna let you know that so this past year, if anybody's noticed, I have been really, really MIA this year. So we've had a lot of medical issues going on in my family, and so I've been really stepping back from things so that I could focus on, family, because that's important.
Did you read the name out for that?
Say that again?
Did you read the name out for that last portrait?
Yeah, I did. Hunter Bode. Yeah, I did. And so anyway, so if you had emailed me or said something nice or responded to stuff, just know, like, my heart is there. I really love you guys, and whenever I see the kind things that you write, like, it makes me all squishy inside. But so just know I'm so appreciative. And it has been really helpful and encouraging in a difficult time. But I just so I'm hopeful that at some point I'll be able to step back in and be able to give you guys more feedback and, like, say, hi, I do see you. So that's why I'm happy that I get to be here today, because look, here we are together, you and me. I can't see you, but we're here. All right.
Have you seen the FNAF movie yet? And if so, how do you like Elizabeth Lale's Vanessa portrayal? There we go.
Okay, so no, I have not seen the FNAF movie. I don't know if I can see the FNAF movie, and the reason is this. If anybody has followed me for a while, they know that I talk a big talk, but I'm a big wuss in real life. And I can't watch scary movies because I am that person that will have nightmares. I will have nightmares. I won't be able to sleep at night. Like, I can't, my brain does not realize it's just a movie. Relax. And so I told Iron Matt when he watches it to give me, like, his take. So I am very interested in what you guys think. Let me know how you guys felt about it, and let me live vicariously through you without having to cry in fear.
But we definitely want to see, like, how you guys like, and also, I'm not sure if links work in this chat. They probably are. Now that I think about it, Mom, if people were to send links through here, they don't.
Oh, it doesn't. Oh, okay.
But do you want to just send it through Instagram? Is that a possible?
Yeah.
Like a message, maybe?
Sure. Yeah. And then Sophie can remind me to check my Instagram messages because, well, that's a thing.
Yeah. Okay. Thank you.
Oh my goodness. Okay. This one is to Colt, and Colt he asked me what to write, and then he said, and have a phasorific day. Ah, I love that. That's fantastic.
That is fun to say.
I know. I love it. All right.
What do you think would Circus Baby reaction be to Vanessa if they ever met?
Wow, come on, guys, coming in with the deep questions. Honestly, I think Circus Baby would try to finesse Vanessa and try to get her on their side, try to coerce her help. And if Vanessa proved very Vanessa-y about it, then I think there might be some violence involved. I think she could offer her ice cream. How about that? That's what I think.
Who doesn't love ice cream?
Who doesn't love ice cream? Actually, you know what? I don't love ice cream. Like, I like it. It's fine. It's just, it's not my favorite dessert. I like, chocolate desserts. It is my husband's favorite. This one's for Colt.
I knew that like you weren't a big fan of ice cream.
Have you noticed, like, when we go get ice cream, like, I get it sometimes and sometimes I don't, but I just don't really care.
That kind of you always get like a pastry. Now that I think about it, like a side dish. You're always
to get a pastry or something, substantial. I think it's because I like to eat. Ice cream is just like letting something melt. What am I doing here? Yeah, I don't know.
And then also similar question. If baby was real, oh wait. Oh,
If baby was real? I'm
yeah.
sorry.
If baby was real and you had a chance to talk to her, what would you say?
What would I say? I would say, you've had a hard life. Come here and let me snuggle you. That's what I would say. That's what I would say. Like I would say to my children, you've had a hard day. Come here and let me snuggle you. Did that
Are
just
you
creep
equating
you
us as the same?
out? What?
I said, are you equating us as the same as, like, is that where you get your inspiration from?
I forgot that my daughter is in the okay,
Yeah.
that might have been offended my actual children, but okay.
I get it. It's fine. You gotta make the character how you make the character.
I gotta get my inspiration somewhere. It has to be real from the heart, right? So luckily it is. Wow. Okay, so there's certain ones of these that okay. Sorry, there's certain ones of these that the marker for whatever reason is not a fan. So I'm having to go over it a bunch. Which is putting me down on time, man.
Oh, that's so funny. Someone, Blonde Freak Gaming said I'd get scooped from baby because I'd hug her because I love her so much.
Oh,
I think
thank
you guys
you.
have similar.
I know you. Mwah.
Also, someone has to go, but bye.
Oh,
If you're doing
okay.
what you could.
Who is it?
Chopstick.
Oh, thanks for coming, Chopstick.
Bye, Goofy Goobers is what they said.
Oh my gosh, I love that a million bazillion. That just made me really happy.
Someone also said, when Sister Location came out, I used to defend baby with my whole soul. And soul is like all caps. So I feel like you have to like hear that.
I agree with you. I agree.
And then question for you. How would Glamrock Chica react if she saw a customer at the Pizzaplex eating chicken wings?
That's fantastic, first of all. And I think it would depend on where her emotional state is. Has she had a rough day? Like, is she super stressed? This is not made out to anyone. That is why I did not say. Is she super stressed? Because if she's super stressed, I think she'd be like, hand one over. because she's a bit of a stress eater, so I think she maybe wouldn't notice or care if she'd had a rough day. That's what I think.
All right. Well, I think I'll accept that.
Yeah, thank you.
I was saying to like Vanessa when we were talking about Vanessa, me to Vanessa, honestly, I feel so bad for her because like the therapist tapes. And then I'm so sorry, but I can talk about Vanessa like all day long. I've dug so deep in the games to know her personality. I think that's so cool. Like, what do you say?
I love Vanessa too. I agree. She's probably my I don't know. You guys, it's so hard because there's different aspects to each character that I personally really relate to. And so it's really hard to say, like, but I love Vanessa too. She's
Someone said I think Chica would commit cannibalism.
That's what I was trying to dance around it and be nice about it, but that's what I was saying.
Now people Chica's a cannibal. They're saying it's just like
definitely don't think it would. Yeah.
What do you think Chica wait, I thought I just had it and then it goes away and then my eyes just get distracted. What do you think Circus Baby does when Mike isn't at his job?
What do you think? This one is for Nathan. What do I think Circus Baby does? Say that one more time.
What do you think Circus Baby does when Mike isn't at his job?
I think she hangs with her pals. I think, they have gab sessions and like talk about their day. And that's what I think.
Oh, okay. Iron Matt, I think, is in the chat, and
Yay!
they said Iron Matt, the Twitter, Instagram handle. They got really excited, and they did a little smiley face emoji.
Yay!
Yeah, people are explaining how like they know a lot of the backstory on Circus Baby, and they love like sharing it with other people.
That's awesome. I love it when people share it with me because
You learn so much, and I did not know that.
yeah, people talk all the time. Sophie, I don't know if you know about this, but people talk all the time about how when I was in an interview with Daco, and he started telling me about how she's really evil, and I was like, whoa, what? And like I couldn't hear that. I'm sorry. No.
And then Darren, Cataline, I hope I'm saying that right, said they'd be super excited if like we mentioned the username. I know I get excited when people know my username.
Aww.
I wish I could I wish I could like go down like an auctioneer and just say everyone's,
Like an auction.
everyone involved, but like
This one is for Dana.
sorry. Yay. I can barely my talking is very iffy. It's the weekend. I'm gonna like pretend that's why. My vocabulary is gonna like, slowly deteriorate. So let's just pretend it's a fun thing. Oh, Tiny Giraffe Games. That's a cute one.
Say that one time.
Tiny Giraffe Games.
Oh wait, that's one of the handles. I didn't understand what you were talking about.
Yeah, another one of my favorite games.
Play Tiny Giraffe Games.
Okay, this might be a side note for everyone, but one of my friends like 2 years ago showed me this one. I don't know if it's a giraffe, but I think it is. But it's a super one of those games that you get when you're offline, and you're also both really bored. But it's just a game where you like it's kind of like piano tiles, right? Where you have to like move it, but it's just a giraffe, and you try to like make the neck longer, and it now that I say it, I think I probably should have stopped at Tiny Giraffe Games, but it was really fun. And now that I brought this back, I might have to re-download it because I got a little.
This one is for Blue Sky J, which I love. That's really lovely.
Yeah. Given that Glamrock Chica is athletic, what would happen if she was challenged to a race by Roxy?
By Roxy?
Mm-hmm.
That's a tough one because she's like into fitness, but Roxy's kind of she's got her own issues, so I feel like Roxy is definitely the kind of girl that will like take you out if it means she's gonna win. And I think for Chica, like a race isn't really gonna, whatever. Now, if there's pizza as a reward at the end of the race, all right, then it's like no holds barred. Then I think you're in for a show.
Yeah, I love seeing everyone. Yeah, tell us what you guys think too. If you guys have any opinions to add in, because people are saying like, oh, they love Roxy, and then they feel like Chica would let Roxy win. Roxy wins because that's her sport. And yeah, someone just said pizza, and that's I think the point of the whole race, honestly. Where was it? And then would Roxy and Chica be friends? Do you think?
Would Roxy and Chica be friends? This one is for Jackson. Would Roxy and Chica be friends? I want to hear other people's thoughts because I'm curious what other people think of that. Happy 20th birthday. Paige.
That is exciting. Happy birthday.
Happy birthday, Paige.
Some Pato said, I'm a pizza lover, like your character, Chica, which is very, yeah.
Oh, okay. And I, due to popular request, I brought pizza with me today because I am a woman of my word. So I have pizza. Oh man.
Do you?
No, Paige. I was writing Paige's thing. And I wrote Paige, happy birthday, and then I wrote a P to write pizza. Happy birthday, pizza. So
you could get a birthday pizza and put candles in it. That could be very in theme.
right, but but I gotta write her a new one now because I bought
No, I'm saying no.
Oh, okay. I was like
it could work with the theme, not the
okay.
Not the poster.
Yeah, I was like, I don't know how to salvage that.
That's
yeah.
a good word.
Okay.
And then a lot of people think that they would be friends in the comments so far.
Okay. I think that Chica would be really, really good for Roxy. To help her to okay, see guys, I can't look at me. I'm
the
like,
problem is I'm right with you where I'm not like, waiting. I'm just like, yeah.
I got stumped on what was my last name. Paige, happy 20th birthday. Yay. Yeah, so I think Chica would be really good at helping Roxy get through difficult times and deal with her wow, that is whatever. Deal with her issues. And I think Roxy probably wouldn't be threatened by Chica because they both have different struggles. So I think they'd be good for each other.
Also, I love this comment because I think that's kind of goals, honestly. Someone said, Blaze Cabot said, I love to work out, and we had deep dish pizza last night, and it's leftovers tonight, and Chica is their soul. Yeah, it's basically what they said. It's like the embodiment.
Yes, I agree. So, so I got pizza last night, so I'm having leftover pizza for lunch today. So this one's for Paul. So I'm going to show you the kind of pizza that I got. It is this bougie pizza that has mushrooms and arugula on it. And the best way that I could explain that is that is a chill out, relaxing weekend pizza. Now, like your middle of the week, it's been a really horrifying day pizza would be your cheap pepperoni pizza from whatever place that, you're digging out of the trash can if you need to in the old box. So there are different types of pizza for different types of moments.
And okay, I also might not share. Well, I have to now. Something controversial that I want to see what other people's opinions are, but be gentle. I am very sensitive with this. But I sometimes like to have leftover pizza for like breakfast when it's cold. Does that make sense? Like sometimes you crave it and you're I don't know. It hits very differently. And it's I don't know if I'd categorize it as pizza. I will say that because it is a very different like genre. But I want to see like what other people think, or especially after swimming. For some reason, I really crave pizza. That's just something I do. Or Uncrustables, but
okay, those are very different things.
I think I realized I probably should eat lunch after this because I think now that we're talking about it, I'm like, oh, sounds good.
Okay, so let me ask you now a pizza etiquette question. You said you like cold pizza. When I was growing up, we would just keep our pizza out overnight and then eat it in the morning room temperature. Is that disgusting to you, Sophie?
Okay, I've done it before, but it changes the texture. And I don't know how deep we want to get into this because I have before. Yeah, pizza TED Talk over here. Oh yeah, folding. Folding is also another thing I want to talk about. Cause like in different moods, it's like how thick is the pizza, you know? Do you fold it no matter what? Or if it's like a little bit thin and then it like cracks, you know? I don't know.
Okay,
Um,
so I never
but
understood.
personally, I like mine cold because you can, I don't know.
This one is for Pato.
Depends also what the toppings are to make sure it doesn't go bad.
Okay, so another thing about that is I never understood folding pizza my whole life because here's the thing. I grew up in Alaska and folding pizza is to my understanding is largely like a New York kind of East Coast kind of thing, and I never understood it or understood how you could do it because our pizza is really fat and not really foldable. And so when I went to visit a friend in New York and he took me to like this New York pizza place, right? And it was like downtown. What, you didn't appreciate my
It just I forget sometimes that my mom's like job is voice acting, and part of that means you will sit around and you'll find out what character she's working on for either like an audiobook or something, and it's, oh, today we're in Northern Ireland and like tomorrow we're doing
It's true. Dinner with me is not dull. um this one is
you're saying you were in New York, right? In the full
Oh, anyway, he took me to a like New York style pizza. Okay, that's dumb. I guess in New York, if you're in New York, everything is New York pizza. But anyway, and I got it. The way, first of all, I've never had such good pizza in my life, and it was super, super plain and super basic. But evidently, it's something about the water in New York and something about, I don't even remember. But the crust was this weird, super thin, and it was crunchy, but not crunchy, and it was foldable, and it like made sense to fold it. And I finally, you watch like TV shows growing up your whole life, and I finally got to understand.
Also, I think it would make sense if you did like a Chica line, since we've been talking about pizza. Like, can you do another, or can you at least talk a little bit like Chica while you're talking about pizza?
Sure, I could say pizza, pizza, which is not too far from maybe what I might say if I'm really hungry. So it's not too far off the mark.
But I love seeing everyone's comments. It makes me feel like I'm glad everyone has opinions about pizza. And I love seeing everyone's because they're very valid as well. And someone also mentioned that cold pizza, like in the morning for breakfast, can like be sad pizza, and I definitely think you're onto something there. Like it just hits different. A lot of people are mentioning drawing new fan art too, which I think is really cool.
Oh, I love
Okay, you should
art.
talk a little bit about that.
I love fan art. Whenever that's one of the things I miss most about going to conventions. So because I live in Alaska and because my life is a little bit insane and I have 3 children, well, I guess one of them doesn't need me to be here. Right.
Oh, I was like, are you taking one out?
This is for Shayna. No, but like it's just a lot more difficult for me to be able to step away. So I don't go to many conventions, but one of the things I miss most is like fans will come up and they will bring you art that they made, and it's amazing. And so like I have in a little folder every single piece of fan art that anyone has ever given me at a convention, and it is treasured because it's amazing.
Oh, this is a really good question that I saw at some. Okay, there it is. What would Glamrock Chica do if the pizza delivery guy was late with her order?
I think that is a rhetorical question because I think that I'm trying to think like I'm trying to think of a moment in the game where I could reference and say this is what she would do. But basically, I don't think the pizza delivery guy would have to worry about a job anymore.
He doesn't have any other worries, actually.
That's right. He doesn't have to worry about anything anymore. It's all gonna be okay.
Someone also mentioned something, and there's been a past. I might see if I can tie these together. There was a past comment asking me what oh, what my favorite role that you've done so far. I
Oh,
think for FNAF, but one of my other favorite characters that you've done, Pato mentions this is they're new to the FNAF family, for your voice acting.
welcome.
But they first actually heard you from Avengers Academy as Spider-Gwen,
Oh, stop
which
it. No way. That's like a million years ago. That
that's
just
why when I read it, I was
made
like,
me. Aw, thanks, man.
oh. I got super excited when I found out about that because Spider-Man is my favorite and
It
has
is.
been my favorite and will be my favorite, I think, superhero and or movie series to watch. And so like when I got my wisdom teeth out, I bought all of the DVD discs so I could just rewatch them in bed because I was like, hey, if now is the time for me to be able to like veg out and be lazy because I have, I get to whenever you get your wisdom teeth out, people say, oh, like you can eat ice cream or something.
There we go.
Right? Is that a thing, or was that just something I made up?
To eat ice cream? No, I feel like that's you're supposed to be able
So
to.
I took
Like,
full advantage of it.
Yes, Sophie is definitely one of the biggest Spider-Man fans I have ever seen. And I'm going to be straight with you. Like, I love Spider-Man and I've seen most of the Spider-Man movies, but I got behind. And there's a part of me that feels like, okay, at what point, how many spins can we put on this? I will say the Spider-Verse movies, yes. Okay,
yeah.
we have found a new way to like make it fresh and new. Yes. But like the other ones, I just
Careful. Yeah.
Okay, hold on one second because my dog is up here and she is Thank you, Lily. Look how nice I am. Thank you, Lily.
On camera.
I appreciate you grabbing the dog because that's how I talk to my children, right, Sophie? Always. Anyway, I have a cat who is super, super, super cute, but she is also really, really evil, and she knows that my dog fixates on her and will like lose her mind about her, and so she'll just like sit in front of her and just kind of stare at her like, what are you gonna do? What are you gonna do? And just quietly, sort of like when your sibling does something that annoys you to try to get you into trouble, to try to get you to like break so that you're the one, and then they're like, I didn't even do anything. I wasn't doing anything. Yeah, I have a cat like that.
There's some really funny comments a little bit about the topic we were having a while ago, but it's about it when we were talking about the pizza delivery guy with Chica.
Uh-huh.
And someone was like, oh yeah, you probably wouldn't have to worry about a tip either.
Yeah, hey, there you go.
Hey.
This one's for Killer Kate.
Also, Funky Boy Charlie, which I think it's really funny. Also really fun to say, I won't lie. But they asked, how would Circus Baby feel if they just declined her request for ice cream due to I'm lactose intolerant? That's a good question.
You know what? Hey, like that might be some quick thinking in an emergency situation is what I'm saying. To be able to be like, oh man, thank you so much. I really appreciate it. You're so kind. Unfortunately, I am lactose intolerant, but I'm going to go. But I appreciate it. I like it. I feel like, could have changed the whole game.
I know I'm switching up in comments. I'm so sorry, guys. But I am trying to scroll through some of them. But I'd say my personal favorite would be for Spider-Man is Andrew Garfield in The Amazing Spider-Man. I really liked how he portrayed and just the characters in those as well. Tobey Maguire is a classic. And
Pato, there we go. Are you getting it? Ooh, ooh. I think you're here today too, so I especially want you to see it. Yay!
So I think that's my little tidbit that I can remember saying.
I like Andrew Garfield. I will go with
Yes.
you on
that one. I don't want to talk about the because
Okay, I'm gonna get controversial on you though. Okay, are you ready for it? Ooh, she's like, ooh, I don't know if I'm ready for it. So here is one of my issues with Spider-Man is so for example, I think Tom Holland comes to mind first of all. Is hold on a second.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm trying to read at the same time, so that was like building.
I was like, are you going to say it? Like
that was ridiculous.
It
wasn't on purpose. I'm really sorry. Okay, hold on. I'm super back in my day with the original Spider-Man.
Like Tobey Maguire is really cool.
Okay. Tobey Maguire was perfect because the whole point of Spider-Man is that he was not hot, not fit, not that Tobey Maguire is adorable, but I'm saying the whole point is that he's just some average boy.
They all do it differently.
Okay, but no, like it's fine if we're doing a different thing, but the original intent is supposed to be a certain character. And when you cast Tom Holland, who is attractive and fit and all these things, it's not right. It's not right.
Tom Holland is my least favorite Spider-Man.
Oh, okay. So you can accept that. Okay.
I have a lot of people who will like put our friendship on the line. Not really, but when they find out I'm not that big of a Tom Holland fan, which is okay. That's okay.
That's really funny. You're okay. You're like, I'm willing to let those friendships go.
Yeah. Honestly, no. I'm not that. I like hearing everyone's opinions. I do think it's funny that Aunt May and all of the Spider-Man, like everyone keeps getting younger and younger.
It's true. Also, a hot Aunt May. Come on. I mean,
I do like the actor. You do like.
That's what I was about to say. I love me some Marissa Tomei. I do love that. So I'm like, I let it go, but.
Also, could you say bye? Someone's about to leave. Could you say bye, Indy, as Vanessa?
Envy? I didn't hear what you said.
Like indie folk music.
Oh, hi, indie folk music. Ugh. I'm glad you're leaving. I hate kids. You're probably not a kid, but sorry, I was trying. Give me a Vanessa line. Indie folk music. You're supposed to be on lockdown. Get out.
Okay, wait. It's not indie folk music. I was saying indie folk music to like tell you it's indie because you didn't get that, and so you kept saying indie folk music, and it's just
that's so fantastic. Even better.
Yeah, but we tried.
I'm sorry. I did my best. Okay. This one is for Danny, and this is for his birthday. So they say, can you provide a personalized in-character birth message? So I feel like that means spoken aloud, right? Because, right? I'm not sure. But, okay. But I'm just going to go with it because I feel like that makes sense. So like Chica would probably say something along the lines of, hold on a second. I forgot which character I'm doing.
All I can think of is Vanessa.
No, I have little lines that I use to slide me into the voices, and Chica's is what's her big like work off the calories while you eat. That's not right. I didn't say that right. I was like,
trying to get you guys involved. So if you want to correct the line, it's all on purpose.
I do know the line. I'm just
want to make sure you guys are, active fans.
Right. So she would probably say something like, "Happy birthday, Danny! Where's my pizza?" Because she doesn't care as much about your birthday, but she assumes that you're going to have pizza at your birthday party. So that's fair.
Mazzer Fitness. Or welcome to Mazercise.
Welcome to Mazzer. Is it Mazercise or Mazercise? Guys, I was thinking it was Mazercise.
Very bad at pronouncing. There we go. Point proven. Pronouncing words.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure. Welcome to Mazercise. Is it work off the calories while you eat? That doesn't make sense. Why is that the line that's coming to my mind?
Okay, this is something I could probably talk about for a bit. This is a question for me. Has Heather, my mom, used baby's voice to scare me? Yes and no. Yes and no. I'm going to talk a little bit about how I found out my mom was Vanessa, which wasn't from her. That's a fun fact.
Jaden, is that true? Whoops, my bad.
So, sorry, I got distracted. But because I knew she was circus baby, I found that out in middle school. That was such a cool thing for me. And then sometimes I would get a little weirded out when she would be practicing during dinner, because it will be all of a sudden, and you're like, oh, okay.
It's true.
And when she was first getting into voice acting, that takes a little bit to get used to, because my friends' parents aren't like that. Let's just say that. And it's a lot of fun to adjust to. But I was on like just social media,
Emma,
and this was a couple years ago when the whole Vanessa material girl thing was popular. And I'd scroll through and I'd hear the audio like, Freddie, why aren't you on lockdown?
which, by the way, I didn't even know about. I didn't know.
Yeah, you didn't know that. She didn't know that was viral, because she doesn't.
Because I live in my own happy little world.
Yeah. Yes, don't you? But I found out through social media, and so I kept hearing it, and I was like, "Oh, that's funny. It sounds like my mom. I know it's FNAF, but it's not her because she's only one character. You know, you can only do one thing. One thing. I can only get used to one thing at a time." So I kept scrolling and scrolling, and hearing it a bunch of different ways. And finally, we were calling one time, and I was like, "Yeah, it's really funny. Like this one character sounds like you," and she's like, "Oh, who?" And I was like, "Oh, I'm pretty sure like Vanessa, right?" And she's like, "Oh, yeah, that is me." I'm like, "Oh, that's funny. But who is it?" And then I looked it up. I could have looked it up. I didn't. Yeah, Vanessa. How am I supposed to live, laugh, love in these conditions? Yeah, so that was a really jump scare, I think, honestly, to find out that your mom is viral and you're having that all over your TikTok or Instagram
Joshua Gosling
audios. That's how I found out, and now I'm kind of worried how I'm gonna find out next, or if I need to like ask weekly, hey, is there anything new I should know, or be prepared to see go viral that has your voice on it.
But here's the thing, that's the sad thing, is that, guys, I'm so out of the loop about everything that I really rely on her to be like the one to be like, hey mom, just so you know.
That is true. That is a lot of responsibility, because I'm not that like social either.
She's all I got, man.
And then someone verified, yeah, welcome to Mazercise. Work off the calories while you eat.
Oh, it is. Okay. But you know what? That makes sense. Like the way she eats is its own exercise. So never mind. It does make sense.
And then someone also mentioned Kellen Goff doing a lot of different voices, and I think that's really cool. He does a lot of really cool like animal sounds, I think, too.
There are no bounds to that boy's man. He is amazing and a really lovely person. Samantha. So which will forever, I can't say Samantha without immediately going to Olaf. And I have a friend named Samantha, and still to this day, every time. Do you know what I'm talking about, Sophie?
I haven't seen that movie in so long.
Oh my goodness, come on. Whenever he's in the woods and he's like, Samantha? Because it's the name that it's in the song or whatever. What is it where he like now I don't even remember.
I vaguely know what you're talking about though now.
It's hilarious because now I'm realizing I don't even remember the beginning of
It's
it. All that
memory has stuck with you. Just
that's the only part I remember. I don't remember why he does that. Hi, Amy Fisher. Oh, sorry. Hi, Amy Fisher. I'm so glad you're here. Sorry. That was weird. Again, I switched, but you know what I did. She asked me to say it in her voice. Oh, that's so sweet. Oh, I hope that she was able to be here today. It makes me feel bad I wasn't able to stick around for the last podcast as much. Let's see.
Someone also mentioned they have a signed photo of Circus Baby from you framed on their wall, which is super cool.
Oh, thanks, man. That is really sweet.
And then also more people are saying they really love seeing all the stories that have been written about Gregory and Vanessa or just the other fanfics.
I love that. I love that. I have seen some of that stuff, and I do think that's really sweet. I like that whole Vanessa big sister vibe. Yeah, I think that's really sweet. I like that. Okay.
Also, some people are stepping in, some people are stepping out. So welcome, guys. Also, thanks for coming if you are heading out. So we like having everyone in here and interacting. It really helps us have more stuff to talk about.
Right?
You guys are able to like ask questions or encourage us because it could definitely spiral. It can spiral. Have we read any of the FNAF books? My younger cousin, I think, has all of them. And I've looked through some of them, but I haven't read all of them. Or read one full one, if that also helps.
And again, that references back to, okay, so, oh gosh, you just hardcore triggered me. This one's for Parker. So isn't it funny that like stuff that happens to you when you're a kid and it becomes a part of you? And even though like, even when you grow up and your logical brain is like, no, that's dumb, there's still this little child part inside of you that's like, but maybe. So I'm gonna tell you a story. Gather around, kids. I read a scary book one time in my life. I think I was probably in about 6th grade. And it was one of those things where I was like just determined to prove that I could do it, that I was tough enough that I could do it. Mm-hmm. And it was like this collection of, it was probably like a Goosebumps, right? And it was just this collection of short stories. And there was one story about, oh gosh, about like some little girl, and they were having a slumber party, and one of the girls they were like in the attic or something, and someone went down to get snacks or whatever, and then it got all dark and all the scary stuff happens and there's all kind of noises, right? And then this girl had like a nightgown with like this furry collar, and the friend that left. And so the friend left, and all of a sudden she hears the friend coming back up the stairs, but all this stuff, creepy stuff has happened. So she reaches out, and thankfully she touches the friend, to see if it's her friend. And she touches her friend and she feels the furry collar. And so she's like, phew, everything's going to be okay. And then her hand slips over and there's no head. And it's like, ugh, okay. And right. And I kid you not, like that story became a part of me. And I still think about it and even talking about it now gives me goosebumps. And like, so no, I have not read the FNAF books, and I think it's in everyone's best interest that I don't.
I also am like really sensitive to scary things, and I kind of want to bring this up just because I had an argument with not an argument, but I'm like really sensitive to like, I don't know, scary characters that aren't scary. Now let me explain. Like there's this one movie that my mom will definitely remember this.
Yeah. Your mom definitely remembers this.
we'll see. Well, I know for a fact because it changed like my whole life. And everything. Do you know who I'm talking about?
Yes, I know who you're talking about. This is for Brittany. Yes, I know
Well,
who
my
you're talking
friend
about.
asked
This
if I
changed
would.
our lives.
It did. I might have done that. I had a friend who asked if I was talking about a situation where there was a bat in the room and I got scared because it's flying around. I didn't want to get hurt and I didn't know what to do, but eventually it left. And he's like, "Oh, why are you scared of bats? They're cute." Yeah, I do love mammals. Like they're great. I love National Geographic, watching them on a screen. There is this one cartoon bat that has like changed. It was
Tell them.
it
Do
is
you know?
from the Great Mouse Detective. I don't remember his name, but he was like the henchman. Is that what you call them? Do they
I
have
think
those
so.
anymore?
Sure,
Is that a
yeah.
thing? But it was and the teeth and it's just the whole and the character was scary. Like I couldn't trust him and like because there's the bad guy and the main bad guy, he didn't really scare me. He's a generic bad guy. We get that. But the bat, it just changed everything. And
Okay, can I step in now and give a little bit more backstory?
I
Because
didn't know we were gonna do that, but we might.
guys, you need to look up the bat in The Great Mouse Detective because here's the thing. This movie is super tame and we had no idea that this was going to change our lives, right? It's just a normal little kid movie. And for whatever reason, and the bat is like a funny sidekick bad guy. Like he's not even, you know what I mean? Like he's not even.
People in the comments are very affirming of me. And it's his voice thing. It's the voice and it's just the way he's so like unorganized. I don't know what it is.
Okay, so just so you know, after we watched this movie, like we live in Alaska, there are no bats here. We don't have any bats here. But try explaining that to this 8-year-old child. Do we have bats? Where?
They're different, but we can talk about that later.
Okay. I have never heard of a bat in Alaska my whole life. And so we would go to bed at night and she would just constantly call us back in and she thinks that there's a bat in the corner. Please, I'm terrified, whatever. Will you make sure the window's closed? And no matter how much we tried explaining, like she was convinced that a bat was going to get her. That was going to be the end of her. And so it led to a lot of up at night. Okay, it's your turn. Go. Sophie can't sleep again. You go in and deal with it. So, yeah. Yes, I remember because it changed our lives.
The reason why I got so scared though, not just because it was a scary movie, is because I thought there was a bat in my room. Because in order to open my window, there had to be a lever to like push it out. And I thought that was like the bat's wing/head. And so I was just staring in my bed, staring at it for the whole night because it's an immovable object. That is not a bat.
That's hilarious.
That is why I was so scared that first night. Not that, I remember.
Okay. No. You don't get to say that's why I was so scared that first night. Because it was not one night.
That's why I said that first night. That first night, that's why the real, fear was there. I don't remember the rest.
It was like a season of our lives.
Anyway, I think let's answer the other questions. We've got there was a bat in someone's boot, their dad's boot one time.
What?
That's what I'm saying. They're everywhere. Because they can be so small too, and they fly, and they can crawl/walk. So it's like, where are they gonna go? Everywhere.
I think they're adorable. I saw them for the first time in the zoo, and I was like, "Oh my goodness, they look like kitty cats with wings." How cute is that?
It's because it's also not, flying at you. But anyway, we don't need to go into this. It feels a little touched.
Oh, you're like, I can't talk about this
now. Freddie, you're supposed to be on lockdown. This is an impression of Louis Armstrong. I see Teresa Free. I do love seeing everyone's different versions of Freddie, you're supposed to be on lockdown because there's so many different ones.
I've seen one. I've only seen the one you showed me.
Material
I'm a Material Girl. That's the only one I've seen. Is it? Didn't you say it was happening again? Like the people were doing a new one?
You know, just periodically. Because to me, it's always going to be funny. I'm a Material Girl.
Oh, sorry, I forgot. Hold on. Desiree Hope Estrada, which is a beautiful name.
Someone also asked if you could do an impression a long time ago that I've kind of been interested in. You know who Jennifer Coolidge is, right, Mom? She's very iconic, and she's also in a couple different audios recently on like social media.
Is she like my age?
I don't know if maybe.
Okay, because I'm just trying to say
I don't know the actual age. I don't know if I should like disclose that. It says on like your website somewhere you're like 20 years old.
Yeah.
Like 27.
It does not say that on my website, just for the record.
No, somewhere on like some, you know, like when you like look up people.
It says that I'm 27.
It says you're 20. I'm like,
yeah.
You didn't even start voice acting when you were 27.
It's accurate.
You're like, your mom is so young. I'm like,
your mom's only 27. How'd that happen? Yeah.
I don't know who put that there, but they got paid a lot of money to put 27.
I'm okay with it. Leave it. It's beautiful. I like it.
But yeah, so a lot of people are helping me out. Jennifer Coolidge is 62. Okay. Thank you.
Oh, okay. She's not my age.
Yeah, same age range.
You jerk.
But she's in Legally Blonde. She's a very character.
Oh, yeah. Yes.
Very, like,
that's not. Yes, I know exactly who she is. That's not who I was thinking of. But yes, I know who she is.
Yeah. So there's a very like characteristic characters and also a lot of the stuff she's in and her voice. And so someone asked if you could do an impression of her a long time ago. Kind of want to see what that's like. So I kind of saved that because I'm also like, you have to do it for the people.
You're a terrible person. Give me a line. I was trying to remember of the like bend and flip or whatever.
Bend and snap. It's bend and snap.
Quote that. This is for Solomon.
Bend and snap. Also, we don't need to spend the whole.
Okay, you're right. I mean,
maybe
I mean, oh my gosh, no, I don't remember. I can't do it. I'm sorry.
Okay, we'll find it later, and maybe we can get like I can see if I can push it for like a little.
Because I have not seen that movie in a hot minute,
and I don't think you know that many other characters that she's in that I can remember that you can like base it off of. Oh, this is a fun one you'll love to answer, Mom. What are your favorite Alaskan dishes? That I thought you'd be able to answer really fast.
Well, I was like, well, Alaskan. Part of my problem is I don't really love American food. So I was trying to think like what Alaskan. We eat a lot of game meat at our house. Like that's pretty much exclusively what we eat. But I'm not huge into meat. So what'd you say?
Salmon? Like salmon dip, salmon jerky, salmon candy.
I don't like salmon anymore. I don't know if you're aware of
fireweed honey.
Oh, okay. Did you come up with that one or did someone else?
I did. No one.
Okay,
I don't think anyone.
Fireweed honey is one of my favorite things on earth. It's the best honey I've ever had in my life. Yes, fireweed honey, 100%. I don't love salmon anymore. And do you know why, Sophie? Here's why. Dad did it. So
you did it for me too. So I'm wondering what your reason is.
Oh, okay. So I grew up eating salmon 1,000 different ways my whole life, right? Because we subsistence fish and do all of that. Salmon is a big staple in our diet. But my husband goes through kicks where he eats the same breakfast every single day of his life. And he will do this for years and years and years. And for the past couple of years, it's been every single morning salmon and eggs. And waking up to the smell of salmon and eggs, it's not great, guys. It's not great.
I think that happened after I left college. So.
Yes. And so now when I think of salmon, I think of like the morning punch you in the face, stinky salmon and eggs. And
So I miss it because we don't have fresh salmon, surprisingly, in Arizona where there's no ocean anywhere close except California. And so I definitely miss having fresh salmon and like salmon dip.
Okay, I do like salmon dip. We'll always like salmon dip. Michael.
We have something that's did you say the name?
Yeah.
We have something that's like very Alaskan. It's called pilot crackers. They are basically bricks of flour. Is it flour even?
It's called hardtack. So you know what I found out, Sophie? It's not just an Alaska thing. Apparently they do it on the East Coast too. Apparently it's a really big thing on the East. So yeah, it's like places that go out on ships.
Yeah. But those things are like hard duty crackers. You don't really like them. Like you don't really like them, which is the weird thing is like I don't crave it, but it's like you have to have it with the dip because that's what you do. And
I crave it. Okay. So I have a box of pilot crackers sitting on my table.
Right there. Oh, there we go.
Okay, I'll demo it. So I'll show you a pilot cracker. And
this is actually so funny that this was not planned, but it looks so planned. Like,
I'm so glad you asked, Sophia.
Not weird. We don't sponsor. I don't know. Please.
This is a pilot cracker. It's huge and it's like half an inch thick.
Yeah, like you can crack it. You can like hear it. Like it's not just like a cute little, I don't know, saltine cracker. No. Like you can dip that in hot water for like 2 minutes and it's still like hard.
True. True. But this is on every Alaskan table. If you go into the villages, if you go whatever, you're gonna have salmon dip and pilot bread.
Someone also said they love honey. So yes. Also something for me that I've noticed, this is probably a boring fact, but I love boring facts. I have allergies, and so honey is also a really helpful thing if you eat like the local honey, because it's like the floral and the honey like from the pollen around. You're kind of like, what's it called? Yeah. So you're kind of, what's it like? Okay, not to bring up the Black Plague. I know this is so
Leon. Not to bring up the Black Plague or anything, but
it's too soon. I know, too soon.
Okey-doke.
But you know what's it called when they is it inoculate? Is that the word?
Yeah.
There we go.
See? Yeah, I think that's right.
Anyway, it helps with the allergies. Let's just stick with that. Because you get used to the specific local. And so I really love fireweed honey. They also make fireweed ice cream. That's also really good. Someone tried Alaska ice cream for the first time. Oh, shout out to Kyle who grew up in Alaska. Shout out to Kyle.
Hi, Kyle.
Also, someone asked, Blonde Freak Gaming asked if they could use clips from our Streamily, if that is okay with us.
Yeah, of course.
And that's okay with me as well.
Oh, yeah, you like the way I just totally answered for you? My bad.
Yeah, let me.
Sorry.
My input there. Oh, fried rice is really good. My Nana makes really great fried rice and lumpia, which is she's from Guam, and so it's like a Chamorro dish. And I've definitely been craving that a lot as well. So I love family dishes, and I also love different region dishes.
So lumpia is actually Filipino. Chamorros stole it. Sorry.
Guam is right next to the Philippines.
Yes.
Near Japan. So there's a lot of different, like we also make red rice, which is also a lot of like Hispanic dishes. With the now I can't remember a lot of the ingredients. So
it's I'm with you. I got you.
I love finadeni though.
Oh, that's not what you were talking about?
I'm talking I can't say the ACHIOTE seed that makes the rice red.
Achoti? Is that what you're talking about?
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've actually realized I've never had to say it out loud.
I know. I don't
want to scream of a bunch of people. I've always just read it.
I don't know that I've ever said it out loud either, so we could be way off on that. It's okay.
We'll pretend. Do you have a favorite FNAF recipe for the cookbook? That could actually be a really good idea. I don't know, did you hear that?
I did, sorry.
Okay, just want to make sure.
I don't know what they're referring to. Like, if there was a cookbook, or is there going to be a cookbook? Like,
I'm not sure, but either way, I'm really intrigued.
Yeah, I want more information.
Yeah, do you have a favorite FNAF recipe for the cookbook? So maybe it's kind of like, okay,
yes.
Do you think you would make? That would be such a cool idea, though.
Right. Well, that's what I'm trying to say. Like, would we make something that's like character related? You know what I mean?
Pizza, ice cream. The ice cream could, be red but like what flavors, that would be?
Right. I'm always one that's attracted to the weirdo flavors. Give me the weirdest combination of ice cream, and that's what I will order because I think it's fun to try new things.
I love the comments. People are helping me pronounce it. And they're also, yeah, that's exactly what it is. Yes. And spam fried rice. Classic. Oh, I love it so much. And pulled pork or chicken adobo. So good. Again, I need to eat lunch, so all of these are coming off the top of my head. Chicken Kelaguen is also a very
I love
chicken. It's a very bright dish, like very zesty.
It is
zesty. Okay, Circus Baby has her own breadstick recipe in the FNAF. So there is already a FNAF cookbook, and it came out at the end of October.
I don't know about this, guys. What?
Look at this. Yeah.
That's so cool. Yeah, like I said, I've been out of the world. So I have a lot to catch up on. Wait, did she just say did they just say Circus Baby has a breadstick recipe?
Yeah, so like how like in Harry Potter they have like the different characters.
I want to make Circus Baby's breadsticks.
That would be such a cool little video too, to like, we could get a little social media thing.
Like, is there flavor or like?
I would hope there is. I sure hope there is.
Hold on a second. James asked me what's my favorite pizza topping. That's really hard. I really like so my favorite pizza is at this place we have in Alaska called Moose's Tooth, and it's called the Amazing Apricot Pizza. Oh. And the base of it is like an apricot sauce, and then it's a lot like pad thai on a pizza. It's got a little bit of chicken, and then it's got like bean sprouts and cilantro and like carrots and a whole bunch of like shredded up vegetables on top. Sounds kind of strange, but it is strange and it's amazing. That's my favorite pizza.
Yeah, you do like I don't know, you have yeah. I like the heavy savory pizzas, that you can like feel after and you're like, oh, that's gonna be in my like bloodstream for a while.
I need to go pass out now.
Yeah, I need to drink like 4 gallons of water.
This one's for James. Yes, I like it when pizza makes me want to go take a nap. That means it's done its job.
Right. Someone said for Halloween they have a house in their neighborhood who builds animatronics, and they said they're working on a Circus Baby for next year. Which I think
that's really cool. That's so amazing.
Yeah. Vanessa, I've been meaning to talk to you about your car's extended warranty. I love seeing these. They always make me laugh to this day still. And I'll quote them, like I'll be just on the bus just sitting and like, I don't know, one pops in my head, and I don't say it out loud, but it takes a lot of self-control.
So that's one too. Yeah. So there's like one for every.
There's also stuff. Well, also there's like the Fitness Gram Pacer test, which is used in a lot of different like social media humor videos. I don't know how to describe it to you because you have like no context. But in the kindest way.
Out like picking berries in the mountains. All right, people.
That is true. That is fun. But what was I saying? I don't remember what I was saying. But
Oh, I'm sorry. That was all me. Hold on. I can recover it for you.
can you? I think we should just move on, right? Like let it go.
I was trying to make up for getting you sidetracked. I'm sorry.
Someone said the recipes though in the cookbook are really well put together. Oh, there's a cupcake recipe for Chica.
Oh, that's so awesome.
Oh, and some people like cooking with their family too, the recipe book, and like their family likes cooking it, which is cool.
What? That's adorable, Ava.
Someone asked, okay, so Fred Milk is the username. Fred Milk asked if we like milk.
Okay, I think I remember Fred Milk.
Did we talk about this in the last?
I was like,
this is why I'm winning.
Deja vu.
I don't remember what we said. So like, what if our opinions changed? Which is okay. Things change.
I think I remember you, Fred Milk.
You should say that in one of your character accents, or not accents, voices.
I was about to give you.
Do it for the fun. Do it for the fans.
Well, I was because you weren't being specific. I was about to be a punk and say like, "I remember you, Fred Milk," because see, that's not one of my characters.
That's just one we love bringing around the house. That is one that gets brought out a lot. You want to talk about your favorite TikTok real fast?
My favorite TikTok is this even a TikTok anybody knows?
No, probably no. Everyone gets very different TikToks, but that's why I think it's funny for you to just be
so you're so mean because I feel like you're like calling me out on purpose.
But it is very, but I'm saying because it has a voice acting component to it.
Well, but the problem is I don't remember the actual words.
I'm already dead. Something like that. Well, because it's just like a bunch of I'm already dead.
It's this like person driving up next to this car beside them, and there's a dog in the car. And the background voice is some dude who's like, I don't remember me, or I'm already dead. I don't give a.
Yeah, and that's it.
And then the dog turns. And it's a dog that perfectly matches the Alex.
It does not look like a dog.
It does not look like a dog. It is a dog that its owner loves, I'm sure, but it is not
very special.
The dog looks like he's like 47 years old.
He looks like he's like had 3 packs of cigarettes that day.
Every day for the 40 years he's been alive. Yeah.
He looks like he's seen it all.
Yeah.
But one of the questions that has to do with FNAF asks, how does Circus Baby feel being the tallest out of the Fun Time group? Because isn't she like 7'2" or something?
She's huge, and I love that about her.
You would. How tall are you? Tall, right?
What did you just say?
How tall are you? You're tall.
You're a brat. You're grounded, young lady.
No.
So maybe that is part of the reason that I love how big she is because I am a very intimidating 5'3". So thank you, Sophie. It is also, can I tell you, it is a really terrible thing when your child becomes taller than you. Oh. It's inappropriate. It's rude.
Yeah. It is a shame. Another one of the Vanessa, do you remember? Okay, Webkins, I would sit on our home phone. I don't know if you guys remember home phone.
This one's for Mari. Did you say home phone?
Yeah, because not that many like kids.
Right. I mean, we haven't had a home phone for like 10 years, but is that thing like people don't even know what they are anymore?
Well, like some of my roommates didn't know how to work a home phone.
Wow. Okay.
That was a whole fun thing. But never give up, never back down. Do you know about that? You know about that. Never give. Sorry, it was in the comments, and I like.
Okay, I was
You
like,
have to like. I'll hear someone studying in like the hallway next to me, and they'll just whisper to themselves, "Never give up.
what?
Never back down. Never what? Never give up." And I think it's encouraging.
What's
Should
that from?
social media. I
Oh, okay.
don't always. I can't source everything. I'm sorry.
Okay. Yeah, I didn't recognize it.
Do you sometimes act like circus baby in real life when no one watches? And that is something I would love to know.
Yes. Let me give you an example. Sort of. So there are times where like I'm driving in my car or something and I'm thinking about something and then I do a test with myself to try to see if I can still remember her. And so as I'm driving in my car or something, I might be like, I don't recognize you. Wait, no, I think it was a little bit lower. I don't recognize you. You are, yeah, that's it. Yes. So yes, to some extent, I might like play around with her a little bit, just to like, you gotta respect, you gotta give homage. So just to see that I can still remember her. Oh man.
Did you write pizza again or something?
Oh, I keep messing up, guys. Yeah. There was something else I was going to add about that, but I lost it.
That's okay. That happened to me earlier. Now we're balanced. It's even out. Neutral. The physics of it works out. Not that anyone cared about the physics law. Not that I realized that. But it would bother me. Someone asked what like the best thing about living in Alaska is. Darren asked.
The outdoors. The fact that this is for Tate. The fact that, man, guys, I have a mountain 15 minutes from my house that I can go wander up into and like sound of music all day long. It's 15 minutes from my house. I have the ocean, which is I can look at the ocean. I think that was hold on a second. I can look at the ocean like from my neighborhood. And so it's just the fact that so when I'm here and I'm with you guys, I really like I'm doofusy and goofy and whatever, and that's for real. Sophie can vouch for that. That's real. But I also I spend a lot of I like a lot of alone time, a lot of self-care. And so living in Alaska, being able to do all of these Alaskan outdoor, one of my favorite things in the world is backpacking, where you put a pack on your back, you go with a buddy and take your dog into the middle of the wilderness for like 3 days and don't see another soul. That's amazing.
She also likes going backpacking with her family. I think that should be mentioned.
You're my buddies.
Yeah.
Of course.
Also, there's a user whose name is Princess Azula, and I think that we should tell them a little bit about our pet history, or just our 2 pets. Do you want to?
We see you, Azula, and we recognize and validate you. Our family is a hardcore Avatar family. A lot of times when we go away, if we're out like camping or whatever, like when we go in for the night, Jennifer, we will watch an episode or 2 of Avatar. And it became our family thing. So now like we have 2 pets. Wait, do we have pets in the past? Hold on. No. Okay. So who we got, Soph?
We got Sokka, who's our little cat. And he's got these cute little white booties on his feet. Also, I don't know if you guys are able to see this, but for me, sometimes it keeps loading. So I don't know if I'm glitching out or not, but sorry if I do. But his name is Sokka. He's the cat. He's practically a dog. He's huge. He's just like a big cat. He's not like fat. He's just a
He's
big
a
cat.
beefy boy. I love him.
He's chunky. No, he's not chunky.
He's a little, but I love it.
Is he? Well, he wasn't when I was there.
Okay.
And then we have Katara, who is our dog, who you might hear in the background a little bit.
Yeah, she's the one who was losing her mind earlier.
Yeah.
This is for Choco P. I don't know if I said that right. But it's for you.
We should go over all of the pets that we've had because we've had a lot of we've had reptiles, we have had what are the like gerbil kind of creatures? I like rodents, rodentia.
We had guinea pigs.
Yeah.
Name them. She was already off to college, so she didn't love them. But here's the thing. I don't talk about it a lot because they both died, guys. And it makes me really sad. Don't you dare. How dare you?
It was a very traumatic day for me because both of my parents, I was babysitting my sisters and they died. My parents decided to leave.
Just one.
Yeah, one died, but one had already died.
Yeah. Wait, no.
This was the last one, wasn't it?
Yeah, the first one died.
Anyway,
Nibs.
I was babysitting my sisters.
Nibs.
His name was Nibs.
And he was a sweetheart.
And I was babysitting my sisters. My parents had gone, I think backpacking, actually. Convenient. Because I think we all knew that Nibs was going to die in like 2 days.
But it happened. He was totally fine when we left.
Yeah, it was really sudden.
So we found out that guinea pig health is actually really, really fragile and frail. Unfortunately. So yeah, so that was a thanks for staying with the girls. And now you have to deal with this. It was very sad.
Yeah, so I got them IHOP the next morning and we got frosting over the pancakes because it felt like a frosting kind of day.
Yeah, absolutely. Oh,
anyway, though, let's talk about
let's not talk
my
about
favorite pet who will never die.
Okay.
Who is like verified immortal. He's my favorite, and I think about him weekly.
Oh my gosh. First of all, I thought you were talking about Elle, and I'm so glad she's not up here to hear what you just said.
I love her too, but she isn't immortal.
Yeah.
So just saying, like, she hasn't been through everything. So I have a pet shrimp named Jerry. Also, there's sun right in my face. I have a pet shrimp named Jerry. I had 5, but then Jerry ate all of his family. There was Tom and Jerry. So it was Tom and Jerry for a couple months. And then Tom died and Jerry ate him. Because shrimp are like bottom feeders. And so they're like love like debris. And so
first of all, explain like how you have like you asked for this shrimp and he's in a special like
I don't know if you guys can see my little fish tank right there. He's a 10-gallon. So I have a really big, I eventually want to get jellyfish once I have enough money and a home to keep the jellyfish in.
This has been an obsession for her for years. And she begged me every Christmas for jellyfish. And if you've looked into it, they're like $1 million. They die really easily. And every year I was like, honey, you're not getting jellyfish this year. I'm sorry. If you want jellyfish, you're going to have to like grow up and buy them your own because I'm not having that on my head, spending all this money on jellyfish. And then they're probably going to die because they're not meant to live here. Yeah, anyway.
We'll talk about that later.
But it's a beautiful dream.
They don't die that fast. You have to have a special tank and it's in a circle. But there's an ecosphere where I'm also like really into biology, and mentioning like National Geographic. I grew up watching that and like Phineas and Ferb as like a kid. I loved National Geographic. And when Planet Earth 2 came out, like the last year, I got really excited.
Hold on a second. Did you just loop your love for like science and nature in with Phineas and Ferb?
I'm mentioning like when I also watched Phineas and Ferb, which
Okay, I was like,
educational show. It's an educational show. Kids can do a lot. Also, sorry for everyone's pet losses.
oh, guys, I know. That's so hard. They're your family. It's true, Calvin.
It can be really hard. Especially when you've like grown up with them.
Yes.
But let's see, what was I saying? Oh, so I asked for an ecosphere where it's a sphere and the fish all have a balanced system where there's like enough light that keeps it warm, that like grows algae, and then the shrimp eat it,
It's a closed ecosystem, so it's all in this glass ball, and they just exist.
And
it's so cool.
Their lifespan wasn't that long. It was like max 2 years, 1 to 2 years. But a lot of often they will only live. Oh, sorry. They'll only live for like 5 months sometimes. But anyway, I have had Jerry for like 6-7 years.
He's a marvel. He's a miracle of nature.
He's just a tiny little guy. He's just a tiny little guy.
All by his lonesome. Just.
And he loves he loves it. Yeah, so I will sometimes FaceTime my family just to look at my shrimp because I miss him. So
he's like a symbol of everything that is right with the world.
He really is. Like our whole family has a lot of like our own sentimental values for him that we probably shouldn't put on a shrimp, but like that's who he is, and he carries it well.
he's fair. I know, it's true. I told her though recently, I told her that I now when I go into her room to like check on Jerry, like I'm so hesitant because it's been so long, guys, and I know logically at some point I'm gonna walk in that room and my whole world's gonna collapse. And so now I'm so terrified every time I go in, but at the same time, every time I go in and I see him just chugging away again, I'm always like, yes, it like renews my faith in him.
Little thing. He just swims in because it's just, I don't know, it's really sad. It's
beautiful.
Very like emotional support shrimp should be a thing because just watching him is so relaxing. And you don't have to feed him, you don't have to clean. Like it's good. But we've also had, so someone brought up that they have a leopard gecko, and those are really pretty.
Yeah.
Those are really cool. Eventually I also want to get a chameleon, but those take a lot of care. And money, again, which I don't have. Or room. There's a lot of things that are stopping me. But leopard geckos are really cool. We had a bearded lizard for a while. His name was Lizzie.
That we got in the wild because my husband is from California and he like grew up like apparently in California you get your pets from the outdoors because he grew up like catching snakes and making them as pets and like all kinds of animals. So when we were in California, he found a lizard on the road and was like, great, we'll take it home to the girls. And so we did.
I actually never knew that.
Do you not remember that?
Also, that's not legal.
No. Oh, I don't know. Is it?
Well, bringing it, like, how did we?
But
I mean, I'm not gonna go on it on the camera, but
no. It's if you can't bring it to another country. But like within the states, there's no. Yeah, you just can't bring it to another country.
Okay, we'll talk about that later. Yeah. Um, but
okay, hold on a second. I just want to make sure. I just want to double check if Connor's here, because the instructions give me a lot of things to write, but then it says to Michael, but then my thing says make it out to Connor. See here, I'm just double checking. Connor.
if they are in the chat, it would be so helpful if we could know.
So I'm just gonna do what it's telling me to do, and then I will replace it if it's wrong. How about that?
Was that the marker?
Yes. Time to get a new one.
How would Circus Baby feel if she was being mimicked by someone? So, oh wow, I did not finish reading that out loud. How would Circus Baby feel if she was being mimicked by someone completely shorter than her?
Connor, I think. If she was being mimicked, it depends on what you mean. Do you mean like someone's mimicking her out of like because they are her biggest fan? Or do you mean someone's like making fun of her? Because those are very different things with very different responses.
Do you want to give a scenario for both?
Oh, come on, man.
A follow-up question?
Okay. So hold on a second. I have a request. And I'm not sure if this person is Yaman or Yaman. So I'm gonna say Yaman, and if I butcher your name, then I apologize. Okay, so the request is to say in Vanessa's voice, "Come on, Chica, let's go find a guy named Yaman." I think. So there you go. Okay, ask me that question again.
And they clarified they meant like taunting, so like the bad mimic.
Oh, okay. What would Baby do if someone smaller than her? I'm gonna say she's really sweet. So I'm gonna say that I think that she would accidentally like she's exhausted from a hard day, so she needs to go and take and have a seat, and maybe that seat is where this person is sitting, and maybe her big old animatronic butt squishes the dude, and accidents happen. So that's what I think.
Do you know what skadoosh is from, Mom? Skadoosh.
No.
It has to do with Jack Black. He plays a character, a panda, Kung Fu Panda. That's it.
It's from Kung Fu Panda. Is that what you're trying to say?
I don't know how else I said it all.
I have seen Kung Fu Panda. I just don't remember. Ooh, wow.
Someone was saying after that interview with Dako explaining to you that she's evil, you still treat her like a sweetheart, and I love that.
Well,
someone also said, was that the sit of 87?
That was amazing. Yeah. That was hilarious.
Accidentally sit on. Uh-oh. That'd be so sad. That'd be so sad, though.
What would be so
sad? How you go out.
I think it's fitting. If you're gonna mock Circus Baby, I think it's appropriate.
Also, we will try to check up on Instagram. Just because I'm assuming after this we'll get a couple different ways. We don't know quite how to like manage all of it. I'll be honest, I try to help out as much as I can, but I don't know that much. So if something doesn't work out how you were hoping, we don't mean it personally or intentionally, just to let that know. Because we do love seeing like all the fan art as well. And seeing
Yes.
those cosplays, I know, is really cool, especially like the time and money it takes into it, and seeing everyone's different version, I think is really cool.
Yes, I agree. I love cosplays. My problem is that I just don't really go on social media very much at all. And I don't know if you've noticed, but a lot of times, like if I post for work, it's like dining and dashing. Like I post and then I run away. And if
Detox. You have to
remember,
do detox.
what'd you say?
You have to do like a detox after. You
Um,
media.
yeah, because it doesn't come natural to me. And so anyway, so when I remember to go on, or if someone points something out to me, then I'm like, oh man, that's amazing. It's not my natural thing. I don't know if I ever mentioned I grew up wanting to be Amish.
Did you say the name of that one?
That was Yeah Man's. That's how long that.
Oh, okay.
I know. Sorry. It's because I had to redo it.
Apparently Jack Black played FNAF with Markiplier. He's so funny. Also, one of my favorite one of my miscellaneous facts that I like to have is that Jack Black's sister or sister-in-law works at a aquarium in Alaska, or has at least at some point.
I didn't know that.
Yeah, one of his family relatives. So he's visited home Seward.
I knew that. I knew he visited Seward.
And
Yeah.
so that's one of the reasons why. It's one of his family relatives. I don't remember who. But I think that's like really cool. And so sometimes he'll go there. How would Vanessa handle a kid hugging her? Not a kid, a teen / preteen. So kind of pick your age range.
I think if we're talking like it's within, within working hours, I think she'd be like, okay, yeah, thank you. That's great. All right. Where's your mom? We should go find your mom, because girl is in this pizza place all the time. Right. Okay. So I think she got a lot going on and she's tired. That's what I think.
Someone said she would punt them across the room. I like the that's a good. There's this one beam of sunlight that I can't like move away from. I
gotta figure something else out with these markers, because I bought 4 new markers. 4. And they are like not great. So I don't understand. Like I'm having to swap them out, whatever. Anyway.
Someone asked, what's our favorite movie? What's your favorite movie? So you can go first if you want, or I can go first.
Okay. Well, what's your favorite movie is way too hard.
I like different genres.
You like what?
My different genres.
Yeah, but I will say that there are certain movies that I watch at certain times, like to de-stress or whatever. And I will say one of my favorite movies, which Sophie, have you still not watched this with me? Oh, I don't think you have. And now I'm going to get all angry because I think you thought you got out of it. So there's a movie like from the 90s, way back, that is called You've Got Mail, which is really hilarious because like when the internet was a new thing. And it's just this adorable little rom-com with Tom Hanks and Meg Ryan. And it's super cute and adorable. And whenever I watch it, it just makes me feel like all is right with the world. And I've tried to get Sophie to watch it. Did you ever watch it with me?
We've seen it. Like it took a lot of years, but we sat down and saw all of it. And I was like, yeah.
That's right. And it is cute, right? Like it's not, I think because so often, life is exhausting. And so a lot of times if I'm watching a movie for like, it's because I want to escape. And so I want to watch something. But if we're talking like movie that I love because I think it's amazing, Eternal Sunshine of the Spotless Mind.
That is a good one.
You knew that.
So my version of that's like the same one is one of my favorite movies. Okay, now I'm gonna get a little like nerdy about it too. Mark Webb is the director of Amazing Spider-Man with the Andrew Garfield, which also I think is a little funny because it's director Webb, like WEBB. But he also directed 500 Days of Summer, which
I love that movie too.
You've seen it? That's one of my favorite movies. I have a whole like Spotify playlist that I made just for like the movie soundtrack and like all of the other, I don't know, feelings in there. But I also love Up. I think Up is
Up is Sophie's happy place.
Also, our dog's middle name is Kevin. It's Kevin 11, technically, kind of.
True. You know what? That's really funny. I forgot about that. So
Kevin's a girl. Yeah, I have like 5 different things in my room that are decorated from Up. It's such a good movie. It's such a good movie. And then I also really like Inception.
I was gonna say that too. On my list of like really, really good movies, Inception for sure.
And then I'd say like let's put one more on is Lilo and Stitch. That movie is so good. And especially because I have my sisters, like I love the sister bond, and Stitch is such an angel, you know? He's a little angel. And
so I have a confession to make, Sophie, and I've actually thought about this recently and been feeling guilty about it. I've never seen Lilo and Stitch.
Sorry.
I know. I told you I've been feeling guilty about it. I don't know what happened.
Pudge the Fish?
I've never seen it. I know like the Hawaiian roller coaster ride. That was not this. That was not. Like I know that song. Clearly, I really don't because not even the tune. But like I liked that. But I don't know what happened. Like I don't know where I was in life that I didn't see Lilo and Stitch. I don't know.
So you mentioned you like Neverending Story.
Yes, I don't know who that is, but whoever you are, you know me.
Let me go back.
I love Neverending Story, which is also one of the reasons that I love it when we're on a live stream with Atreyu. I don't know if you know. So Sophie, Atreyu is a like I don't know how you would say like cosplayer. Like it's not. He builds like I don't even know. It's next level. He builds things like his animatronics move and function and do things, and they're like. Anyway, his name is Atreyu, and that's his real name. And so every time we're in a live stream, I'm like, oh yeah, what was that Atreyu? What was that Atreyu?
Yeah, my mom made our whole family watch it, and
what, Sophie? And what?
I don't know.
Are you gonna finish that?
I don't think so. I don't think so.
She didn't like it. That's what. I'll finish. I'll tell the truth.
I'm just saying the crowd, which was our family.
Yeah. I made them watch it on one of our like family getaways, and I thought it was going to be this great bonding time, and none of my children could care less. It was heartbreaking. I tell you.
It's so like the plot. The one you rewatched it and you were like, oh, this is different than how I remember it. And I'm sure there's going to be movies like that for me too.
Did I say that?
Yeah, you were like, oh, I can see how you guys are like confused.
Oh, okay.
Or yes. I can see how this doesn't make sense. Or where did this come from?
I guess. Why does
this guy look like that?
Like when I watched it through.
Who is this girl?
Like what I will say, when I watched it through your guys' eyes, I guess I could see like it was from the 80s, folks. So like the things are, it's from the 80s. Who cares? But apparently you guys are super judgmental and like that was not real or whatever. But broke my heart.
Yeah, okay.
Okay.
Yeah, someone mentioned Stranger Things, which I assumed. A lot of people who haven't like seen or heard of Neverending Story, they like, learn about stuff from like the 80s from Stranger Things. Have
Yeah.
you ever seen Shrek? Okay, I really like the album for Shrek. Also, I think Shrek's cottage is one of my favorite aesthetics. Um because like he's just alone. Like he just wants to be alone in his little swamp. This is my swamp. It's just everything.
Yeah, man. Can we share about maybe why you have that like from your childhood?
Yeah, I don't think I know. So that
So when Sophie was little, there's a book called My Side of the Mountain.
uh,
And I think she had to read it for school.
yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, she and the neighbor girl were best friends and they fell in love with that book and basically like tell the plot of the book, so.
Honestly, I just remember the kid running away. He planned it out, and it wasn't like he was like devastated with family or anything. He kind of just I don't at least in what I remember the book to be. It could be like a really bad message, so don't take me endorsing the book.
Right. You're like I was like 8, okay? So whatever was in it, I didn't know.
And me and my neighbor played outside in like the dirt and mud every day. It would like rain, and we'd pretend like we were like coal miners. We'd be like, "Man, got to go back to the mine again," just digging dirt for no reason. I actually called her the other day and we talk about that a lot. But I in the book, he basically runs away. He goes to like this
Robert.
in this when he's leaving town, he like, gets rope. He gets like, when people ask you like what are the 5 tools you'd want when you like are on an island? He kind of gets those things. And then he burns out this. I remember this so vividly because I was like, all right, I just need to bring this book and I can make it. Like, what could go wrong? You know? And he like burns, like the hole in a tree, kind of like scrapes away at it. So he lives inside the tree. And then he like, has he has like leaf soup, where he has like the leaf cup and then he boils the water over his little fire, and that's what he just does. And to me, that was like to this day, I still like if I believed that I had the skills to do that, I would definitely choose that. Like that I would choose that. I would love to live in a tree and just be like running away just sounds so fun. And in like a childhood mindset.
Yes, she loves the idea of going off and living in the wilderness, which by the way, apple don't fall too far from the tree.
Yeah.
Because I love that too. So it was adorable as a little kid. You and
But
the neighbor girl would plan like how
so we planned it. Like we were ready, but I think something happened where we had like a school project. We're like, no, we can't run away because this is due soon. And like our priorities weren't exactly like.
But as soon as we get done,
like, well, I have to be here for Christmas, like I have to help set up, so we can't run away then. Oh, I have to collect like, I don't know, all of these. We tried, man. We still talk about it though. Like the other day, we are like, we could do it now. I think we have enough life skills. We could do it.
This made me think of though. So another thing that we really like as a family is escape rooms. And the first escape room we did it because
we've had different escape room.
Yes, we've had a few adventures. This is for night vision. But the first time we did it, she had wanted it for her birthday. And so we all went to an escape room for her birthday. And when we finished and we made it, and she was so excited. And basically she said that it was a test to see like how our family would do in the apocalypse, basically. And like, okay, we're going to be okay. Like this proved, right. Yeah. When everything goes down, we're gonna make it.
So I'm definitely a person who loves okay, not loves worst case scenarios, but I'm like, okay, it's going to happen, you know?
Yeah,
And
you
end
want
up having like, all right, guys, let's do it again. let's run it again when we need a faster time. Never back down, never what? Never give up. Or there's also, Mom, have you seen Holes? Or read the book?
I don't know. No, for some reason I was getting
Little
that
Little
confused with
Wizard.
Sandlot, so no, I don't think I have seen Holes. That's the one with Shia LaBeouf, right?
Whoa. Okay, probably. But he's whoa. I think you just blew my mind, and I'm gonna have to Google that later or watch the movie like later today because that like changes my perception.
Really?
Yeah, because I think you're right. But
Pause. Hold on. Pause really quickly. Tristan, if you're here, how dare you? How dare you? He asked me to draw a simple slice of pizza, please. And I did it. And I think it kind of looks like pizza. Wait, am I even? Can you? Okay, whatever. Anyway, I do appreciate that he made it pizza because that might be the only thing I can make that's actually looks like what it is. So
pretty good. I think he was pretty looked kind of cute.
I think it was all right. All right.
Where the Wild Things Are. That's another book I was obsessed with. Like his whole bedroom turned into like the wilderness, you know, and then the little that was and I love the illustrations of that. And again, with Winnie the Pooh, I wanted to run away in an umbrella. I ended up breaking my umbrella. That was a humbling experience because I did that actually twice in the same year. I was a kid and I didn't get an umbrella for a couple years after that.
We stopped buying umbrellas for Sophie.
My
We lost the privilege.
I did not fit with reality.
Because in real life, when you do that night vision, when you do that, like flip it upside down to like the Winnie the Pooh thing, in real life, it breaks. So
I just thought I wasn't doing it right. Because why would they put it in a book if you can't do it? It's about I feel like there was something that was so close to being. But oh, Holes, thank you. Someone brought that up and that's exactly what it was. Thank you in the comments. That's if only that could be like if only I could have like subtitles or reminders in real life whenever I'm doing something and it's like, oh, by the way, like this is what you're supposed to do. That would be so helpful. But Holes, there's an audio, Mom, that's really popular right now. And it's just like I think it's in the beginning of the movie. And you know, it's this grandpa and then it's the girl and they're digging holes, right? Because it's the movie. And she goes like, I'm so tired. I'm like tired of this grandpa. And he's like, that's too darn bad. Keep digging. I quote that a lot whenever I do my homework. So yeah.
that's funny. Yeah, I don't think I never watched the movie and I didn't really understand. Like I knew it was people digging holes, and to be honest, that's not the biggest like.
Well, there's a reason.
Yes,
there's a bunch of like boys. I thought it was fun. I liked it because they were all like a ragtag, you know, out in the desert.
Oh,
I liked again. I loved the idea, the concept of kids running away and then forming a society of kids together, which I don't think works out. But I really wanted that. Thank you. People understand. Oh, they're turning it into different. Yeah, I'm tired of this, Grandpa.
Daniel Powell. See, they get it.
Yeah, so it's a really popular one. But it's from Holes, which is a fun reference. Yeah, I love seeing different actors and actresses in the different movies now. Does Circus Baby's ice cream dispenser break like a McDonald's ice cream machine maker? Or is it better than McDonald's ice cream maker? That's a really good question.
Well,
sorry.
I guess you'd have to ask her customers. Oh wait. Let's just say she hasn't had any customer complaints.
Not the finger guns. Not the finger guns. Man, that was Oof. Also, indie is back, and I think when they came back, everyone said, "Welcome back, indie music." What was
I'm
indie
so
folk music?
sorry.
And so I just think that's really funny.
I'm so
Now
sorry.
this is like, welcome back, indie folk music. That was on me. I should have known. Also, happy Thanksgiving, Merry Christmas, happy holidays to everyone.
Yes. Thanksgiving plans. What's your favorite Thanksgiving food?
Or maybe overrated Thanksgiving food.
Oh, yes.
I think that's a fun one. Yeah, everyone's indie folk music. Oh, so they changed their Discord name to that. We had that much of an impact. You had that. But yeah, does anyone think there's any overrated or something?
Please tell me that.
Did a marker go out?
No, that's my look, guys. Remember I told you that I'm not huge into American food.
Oh yeah.
So like traditional Thanksgiving dishes, for whatever reason, Americans are very like there can be no debate. We must have these things on Thanksgiving, or like the world will implode.
Like a certain family member?
It's my husband. It's true. But I don't get it. Like one year I made Thanksgiving for my family and my parents, and everyone came over, and it was Moroccan food, and it was amazing. Like this amazing, beautiful Moroccan meal, and everyone was so like upset and like, what is this? And so offended. And I don't understand. I do not understand. Americans, man.
Something I do love though that I like wouldn't order at a restaurant or eat really anytime else is I love the crunch on green bean casserole. And it's like creamy and it's like fatty, but I like pretend like it's veggies because it's green bean casserole. It says green in it.
I do like green bean casserole. I will go with you on some green bean casserole.
Yeah, and like some good mushrooms too. Mushrooms. I think I heard that weird. Cranberry.
Like what kind of mushrooms? Like stuffed mushrooms?
In the green bean casserole.
Oh yeah. Okay. Agreed.
And stuffed any mushrooms. We love mushrooms.
I like mushrooms.
I wonder if there's anyone. I stopped eating mushrooms for a while after getting into The Last of Us. I don't know if anyone else is into that. I'm still like a new fan. Really, I love talking about it. I was Ellie Williams for Halloween from the second games.
Which BT dubs I have still not gotten a picture about. So
sorry.
Oh wait, did you say you didn't take one?
Take any. I got too excited. I never took any. I took photos of everyone else but me. And I had the full-on sleeve tattoo, which was so cool.
I don't like it. That ain't right. Okay, so actually I'm gonna break in here because I have to go. And so if I was not, and 4 brand new markers that I just bought, and I'm officially at the point where I don't want to sign your stuff with these because they are trash. So I am gonna get to these. I'm gonna knock the rest of these out this weekend so that I can get them to you as fast as I can. But thank you guys for hanging out with me. I really appreciate it. And thank you, Sophie, because you're amazing. And yeah, isn't she great, guys? How do I have a daughter like this? Come on. Anyway, I really appreciate that you're here with me. Otherwise, it would have been real weird. So, all right. And in the meantime, for today, I'm going to make you a commitment. If anyone wants to like, okay, this is embarrassing because now I'm like, how does this even work? Like tag me in something, tag me in art or whatever. And today,
mention, yeah.
I am going to look at every single one that I get from you guys today. That is my pledge to you. So if you have something you want me to see, and is Iron Matt still with us?
I'm not sure. I only saw them comment that one time, I think.
Okay. So if there's something that you wanted me to see and I haven't seen it or commented on it, do it today and I will look at it today because I would really love to see all the stuff. So all right, you got anything else to say?
Do you think you could end it with like a quote or a, you know?
Sure. How about I say, you won't die, but you'll wish you could. And on that cheerful note,
Happy holidays.
that's the first one that came in my head. All right. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. We'll see you guys later. Wait, didn't we do this last time, Soph? I don't remember how to. Wait.
I think